People who rise dramatically rarely look like they are about to. That is the part nobody explains. From the outside, they seem ordinary, right up until the moment they are not. And then everyone around them scrambles to explain the sudden change, calling it luck or timing or the right opportunity arriving. But from inside the person's experience, it was never sudden. It was the result of a long, private, invisible accumulation that finally crossed a threshold and became visible all at once. That accumulation is what you have been doing, and you are close to the threshold. The people in your life have a picture of you. That picture was formed over time, based on evidence available to them, what they could see, what you produced visibly, what you showed in the interactions they witnessed. And the picture is outdated. It does not account for what has been happening underneath the surface. It was built on a version of you that has already been left behind by a person who was doing their most significant work in a place no audience could access. This is not an unusual situation. It is, in fact, how almost every dramatic rise begins. The person who is about to surprise everyone has been developing in private. The capacity building, the internal restructuring, the slow accumulation of something that had no external expression yet, all of that happens underground. And the people watching the surface see nothing, because there is nothing visible to see. Yet, being underestimated stings. There is no point pretending otherwise. Carrying capability that the people around you cannot see, being treated as the version of yourself you already outgrew, watching others be recognized for less than what you are quietly building. All of that is genuinely difficult. It can make you feel invisible in ways that are hard to shake. But there is a specific advantage buried inside the underestimation that is worth understanding, because it changes how you relate to this season. When people expect little from you, they leave you alone. They do not watch closely. They do not project their expectations onto you in ways that constrain how you can move. They do not interfere with the direction of your development because they are not particularly invested in tracking it. And that freedom, the freedom of low expectations, creates the exact conditions in which genuine transformation can happen without disruption. You can experiment, fail privately, evolve in directions no one predicted, become something entirely new without anyone trying to fit the transformation into the box they already built for you. People who are watched closely from early on often struggle to change significantly, because every step they take is measured against who they were. You have been developing where no one was measuring. The becoming happened in private, and private becoming produces the most surprising public arrivals. There is a feeling building in you right now that you may not have words for yet, a readiness that has been gathering, a sense that something which has been waiting in the background is preparing to move into the foreground. That feeling is not imagination or wishful thinking. It is your own internal awareness registering something real, the approach of your own emergence. For a period of time, an instinct told you to hold back. Something in you knew it was not yet time, that the foundation was still forming, that stepping forward before it was solid would mean stepping onto ground that could not hold the weight of where you were reaching. And even when part of you wanted to push forward faster, the deeper instinct said not yet. That instinct is changing. Something in you is beginning to say something different, that the waiting is ending, that the preparation is complete enough, that the forward movement that has been building is ready to release. That shift from hold back to get ready is one of the clearest internal signals that the emergence is close. The thing that was keeping you in place is loosening its grip, and what follows that release is the movement you have been building toward through everything. This project exists because people have believed in it enough to give toward it. If these words are reaching you at a real moment, and they found you because something in you needed them, there is a link in the description where you can support what makes this possible. Not out of obligation, out of the kind of genuine resonance that turns into something real when you act on it. That link is there. It matters more than it might seem. What is approaching for you is not incremental improvement. It is a level change, a movement from one way of operating to a fundamentally different one. Most people improve gradually within the same basic framework, climbing one step at a time inside a familiar structure. What you are about to do is different. You're not going to get slightly better at where you currently are. You're going to leave where you currently are and arrive somewhere that the people watching you did not even realize was available to you. The limitations you have been encountering, the ceilings you have been hitting, many of them are features of the level you are leaving, not permanent facts about what is possible. When you change levels, constraints that felt fundamental fall away because they were never fundamental. They were just the boundaries of a particular level of operation. At the level you are rising to, things that felt impossible from where you currently stand become natural. Not because you forced through the walls, but because you outgrew the floor they were built on. There is a fear that shows up right before a major rise, and it shows up for almost everyone, so it is worth naming so it does not catch you off guard. It is not the fear of failing. It is the fear of succeeding, of the visibility that comes with rising, of the responsibility, of the identity change required to genuinely inhabit a level you have never operated at before. The part of you wired for safety prefers the familiar discomfort of your current level to the unfamiliar territory of the next one. And right at the threshold, that part can get loud. If that happens, do not interpret the fear as a signal to stop. It is not information about your direction. It is the natural response of a nervous system being asked to expand beyond the range it has operated in. It is the feeling of becoming larger than you have been, which is exactly what is happening. The people who rise dramatically are not the ones who felt no fear at the threshold. They are the ones who rose anyway, who let the fear come along without letting it drive. You have done that before, in smaller situations throughout your life. This is the same movement at a larger scale. When the rise becomes visible, and it will become visible, the people who underestimated you will react. Some will be genuinely glad. Some will be confused, trying to reconcile what they are seeing with the picture they held. And some will find it difficult, because your rise will hold up a mirror to something in their own life that they have not yet faced. Do not rise in order to prove them wrong. That motivation is smaller than what you deserve, and it keeps you energetically tethered to people whose opinion should not be steering your direction. Rise because it is who you are becoming. Rise because the level you are reaching for is genuinely yours. Rise for the sake of what is opening in front of you, not as a correction to anyone's underestimation. If you rise to prove them wrong, then even in the success you are still orienting around them. You are still letting their original doubt define the shape of your achievement. Let them be surprised. Let them be confused. But do not make their surprise the point. The point is who you are becoming. The point is what is opening. Keep your eyes there. What is about to happen is not luck, and it is not sudden. It is the visible harvest of an invisible season of planting. Every quiet day you kept building when no one was watching. Every moment you held back when the instinct told you it was not time. Every time you chose to continue developing instead of performing before the development was ready. All of it was accumulating in a place no one could see. And it accumulated past a threshold that converts invisible preparation into visible change. That conversion is what skyrocketing looks like from the outside. From the inside, it is simply the moment when what was always real finally becomes undeniable. The threshold is close. The version of you that has been forming in private is preparing to step into view. When it does, ground yourself. Stay present. Do not let the fear at the edge stop the movement. Do not let the reactions of surprised people pull your attention away from where it belongs. Just rise into what has always been yours. The moment is approaching, and it is going to be extraordinary.